Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're gonna do a little bit of a psychology video, get into the mindset a little bit. We're gonna be talking about why you can't get to the rank you want. What is holding you back, other than the fact that you have horrible CS at minute 10, guys? I see you. I know you're only getting 40, come on. You gotta do better than that. I saw you just took that last team fight and didn't turn on your armlet. But nonetheless, that's not what we're gonna be focusing on. We're gonna be focusing on 5 key points that basically cause you to not be able to get to the rank that you want, because your mind is griefing you. So yeah, if you're excited for this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We post here every day. We work really hard on these videos, and it would mean the world. All right, and before we get into the video, I just want to let you know, over on the GameLeap website, I just finished up a full Ancient Apparition course, one of the strongest, if not the strongest position 5 heroes in all of Dota right now. So that is all there and done, so go check that out. I think you guys will really enjoy it. On top of that, I'm also making a few pro game analysis, so I'll be looking at various pro games through the DPC. It's going to be a lot of fun, full analysis over there, probably 20 to 30 minute videos, super long form stuff that's going to help you get to the next level, much more than a lot of the YouTube videos you even see here. All right, so hopping into it, I'm going to go over a point that I know I've covered a lot in the past. We've covered in the past, you've heard this point, but I want to take a bit of a spin on it and get into it. So the point is, no matter how much you tell yourself that you do not blame your teammates, you do, right? So what I mean by this is, we all like to, there's a lot of PMA people in the community. There's a lot of PMA people with 10k behavior score, 8k, 9k behavior score, very positive people, okay? Generally not griefing the game. But the purpose of this video is to tell you why you can't gain rank, because I could just end the point there. Yeah, you're pretty PMA, it's good enough. But I've been smurfing a lot, right? I've been smurfing a lot. You guys know that from the 3K series. I'm at like 6.2 now, and I've listened to so many people, right? So many people, just hearing what they think, listening to what they say, even coaching students. That's probably the main place where I learn, you know, how people think and how they're looking at their games and especially their teammates. And what I realize is, even though people are very positive, they still subconsciously or consciously are blaming their teammates. Not to some crazy extent, not every single game. It's not like, oh my god, you know, my team is the worst, they're unbearable, I can't take it. No, like, it's more like, yeah, I don't really know what this guy was doing here, or Lion didn't cast this stun here and I thought he was going to, or I thought Grimstroke had Inkswell and he didn't, you know, any of these examples. And you have to realize, because a lot of the time, I would look at the example and it wouldn't even be true. And it would just, I'd be like, what? What? You just spent all that time trying to come up with a reason, and it wasn't right. And on top of that, like, you just have to be very careful, because when you start blaming your teammates, it's not that it just ends your life. It's not that you can't gain MMR. Guys, I blame my teammates. I get mad at my teammates. Yes, sometimes you will have the worst teammates. Of course, some games you're going to have a Storm Spirit who picks it into Animage, into, you know, Animage, Ember Spirit, Viper. He can't kill anybody. He gets stumped in the lane. And you're like, well, that's terrible. That guy's really bad. And yeah, he probably is. But please, take responsibility. I'm not saying that guy didn't do poorly. The Storm, he fed, he griefed, but so do you. We all grief from time to time. We all do. I just played an offlane Huskar game. You know how hard I just griefed? Very hard. Very hard. My team probably hates me, but you gotta forgive them. You got to forgive them, right? And this is where I'll end this point. You will be shocked, guys. You will be shocked how good it feels. How good it feels. Because, by the way, I know it feels good to flame people. Like, it feels justice. Yes, I'm taking down this absolute buffoon of a human being and telling him that he's useless and an animal. I know it feels good. Like, I get it. But what's shocking and also feels good and doesn't completely grief your ability to win the game is forgiving people and telling people that, hey, let's go win the next fight. Hey, we'll kill him next time. We can win this game. Like, you don't have to be the super PMA guys, like the people who are like, yeah, right away, guys, I can't wait to play the game, and this is so much fun. Oh, great pick. Like, you don't have to be that, but you can just be nice. And when someone messes up, instead of telling them that they should, you know, maybe not exist anymore, well, you could say something else. Next up is finding poor excuses, okay? As I was saying, Smurf series taught me a lot. When people die, for some reason, they could be caught wildly out of position 15 minutes into the game. not much net worth, just going the standard item build. You know, let's say they're playing Medusa, okay? They're going Shreds, Wand, into Manta. Very basic. Good in you could buy that every single game. It's good. It's good. No problems. And yet, somehow, players, including you and I, will blame it on an item. Or items. No. All I hear about when I listen to people complain about games is items. I mean, it's like 90% of the time. I mean, of course, it's not the only thing. For instance, picks are very big as well, which I'll get into later on. But items, it's insane. Guys, you didn't lose the game. And yes, by the way, items are impactful in Dota. I love items. It's such a big part of Dota. It's why I love Dota. You know, it's part of the reason, a huge reason why I love Dota. You can be so creative and do things different and constantly learn about how items affect heroes for yourself and against the enemy team and with your teammates. I mean, there's so many avenues, which is why it can be complex. But at the same time, like, there's like a pretty strong basis, right? Like, for most heroes, you can buy the same items every game and be chillin'. And so you should do that if you're not like really high MMR for the most part. I know that's hard to hear, and it sounds rough, especially when you might have been thinking like, oh, I need to really learn how to adapt my item build to gain MMR. But no, if you have the basics, like, you need to figure out why you're dying, or you're not putting map pressure, or getting any solo kills, or ever hardcore winning lanes. Like, figure that out. Figure out why you're not ever crushing games. You're just doing okay. Like, when I say crushing, where like the enemy team feels useless, like helpless, right? Not games where you go like 15-0 and it's just like, you just farmed on Dusa for like 40 minutes and then came out of the jungle and the team wiped them 3 times in a row. You have to look at the map. Like, for instance, the Medusa example I was giving, it's like, people will blame items for dying and then they'll get picked off and it's like, bro, you just aren't looking at the map. Like, look at the map. No one looks at the map. It's insane. All right, getting into the third point. This is more on a positive note. I just want to say every day is a new day. Right, guys? I know it's basic. I know you've heard it, but I get it. But yesterday, just yesterday, I lost my DPC series. We lost. If we won, we would have came in 5th, won a good amount of money, and stayed in the DPC. It was a big deal. Now we have to play tiebreakers, right? Now the pressure's on. It was definitely a series we wanted and expected to win. And we didn't win. And it feels terrible. Of course I'm not happy about it, right? Of course I'm not. I don't feel good about it. Like, even when I was taking a shower this morning, it like pops into my head and just griefs my brain. But you have to try your best to move on, right? You have to look at it and just say, yeah, you know, it is what it is. This world can be very harsh sometimes. It really, you know, it's pretty brutal. You can go on 10, 15, 20 game losing streaks, you know, lose thousands of MMR or hundreds, thousands, whatever, you know? And it sucks. It feels awful. But just always understand, whatever your MMR is meant to be, you'll get there. It's not random, okay? Every day is a new day. You will get to the MMR you deserve. Whatever your MMR is about is what you deserve. So if you're getting better at the game, the world doesn't hate you. God doesn't hate you. Earth doesn't hate you. Your teammates do hate you. But you get the point, right? Like, you have to come back stronger. You have to come back stronger. You have to go into your next set of games with the right mindset, ready to pick the hero that you think is good for the game, that you want to practice, and then go try to dominate. And by the way, right after you watch this video, you might feel motivated. You're like, I'm ready to go. I'm mode Rocky. I'm going to take over the world. And then you're going to lose. And you'll be like, oh. But you have to come back. You have to have like a center point, you know? Like, I like to come back to the center point where I'm like, yeah, you know, life is all right. As bad as it gets, you have to come back. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, cause trust me, guys, like, I'm one of those people who like gets down quite often. Like, it's like actually annoying. Like, it frustrates me. But like, I try to come back to the point where I'm like, you know, there are some things that are good in my life and I'm lucky in certain areas. And maybe you feel like there is nothing lucky in your life, but I don't know. Do your best. I wish you guys the best. And let's get into the last point, which is don't blame picks. Okay? I will go with my quote. This is my quote, okay? I use this one a lot. If Arteezy was in your games, what percentage of games would he win? Okay? What percentage of games would he win in your bracket? Archon, Guardian, Herald, whatever you're in. What percentage of games would he win? The answer, if you're not in like high immortal, is 95%. Even in low immortal, Arteezy could probably win 90 to 95% of games, practically alone. And that's what's great about Dota. You have so much of an impact on the game, you don't even know. Because every single step you take changes the game. Every step you take in Dota changes how good you are. And that's what's so beautiful and difficult about the game. And so when it comes to picks, please don't give up because of your draft. I was practicing mid bristle recently, and my Spectre, who was on a 20-game losing streak, which he said, or whatever it was, said, our team comp sucks. It's terrible. We're gonna lose. I'm like, what in the world are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? How can you say that? How can you say that? Like, the game hadn't even started. It hadn't even started, and our draft was fine. We had a Spectre safe lane, Bristle mid, Hoodwinked off lane. It's fine. It's not even that bad. Like, there's drafts much worse than that. Even those drafts are still fine. You can still win. Dota's a weird game. It's a weird game, right? It's really weird. You can win. If you have a Pudge position 5, maybe he hits 2 hooks under tower that game. If you don't flame the hell out of him, maybe he will change the game. He'll hit all of his hooks and have some crazy impact. Maybe the techies will get a rampage. I don't know. You don't know. Play your games out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button and subscribe. If you want more of these type of videos, these psychology, motivation, I don't know, type of videos, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll most definitely see you in the next one. Peace. And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the GameLeap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.